What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Too Much Tech. And in today's video we're going to be reviewing, this thing is kind of hefty. This is the SKYPAD 2.0. It is a glass mouse pad. Even though this one looks pretty big, this is actually just like the regular size of the SKYPAD, and it's not the XL version. At the time of them sending out, the XL version sold out. This one I believe is like 60 or 70 bucks. I gotta check the price, but I know the XL version is like 90 or 100 bucks. Personally, I would rather have the larger mouse pad because I feel like mentally it gives me more freedom to move my mouse around. But believe it or not, even though this thing is made of solid glass, it's actually pretty fast but controlled. But first, let's talk about the build quality of the SKYPAD. So this thing is like really durable. Like, I've dropped it a few times, not on like a hard floor or anything. I'm not gonna go throw it outside because I don't treat any of my tech like that. So I don't really recommend that you do. But I have seen, Technique, he made a sandwich. No, what was he cutting potatoes? I was gonna say he made a sandwich. He's cutting potatoes on this thing. I don't want to damage this beautiful glass surface, so I'm not gonna do that. But if you need a cutting board and you like the look of the SKYPAD, you can use it.
You always want to be safe. You curl your fingers back right, and just chop, right? Get the potato the other way right here.
This thing is moderately thick, like it's a few millimeters thick. You do have these really nice and super sticky rubberized feet on the bottom as well. And the way that I like to use this is with a desk pad. The cool surface is what my wrist lays on, when I'm using my mouse and whatnot. And while I was using this mouse pad, I tended to use more of like just wrist aiming than I was like whole arm aiming, because I don't know, I feel like I was kind of constricted by the size, and so that's why I would kind of recommend the bigger one. But if you're a wrist aimer, you really don't need to spend the extra money on the bigger pad. If you don't really use your entire arm and you're not a low DPI or low sense player, I would say the regular version of the SKYPAD should be sufficient size enough for you. Getting to the texture of the mouse pad is pretty good. Like, it's actually not as fast as you might think it is. Like, of course, if you throw your mouse on it, it's gonna be really fast. But while you're using it, you do have, in my opinion, sufficient enough stopping power to actually be usable and viable in high level play. But if you're playing a game that requires like a ton of like extremely precise small and micro movements like CSGO or Valorant or something to that extent, I don't know if I would use the SKYPAD for that, because it's just a little bit too fast, and you do need just a bit more time to be able to correct in case you overshoot a little bit while you're adjusting to the pad. But once you get adjusted, I do feel like your flicks are going to be pretty nice. You're going to be hitting a lot of shots with a mouse pad like this. It actually has a solid level of control, and I've been using it to play a lot, and I mean a lot of Apex Legends recently. And even though Apex is like kind of a hard game to judge aim because there's like so much like distance calculation and bullet velocity and stuff like that, I did really enjoy my time playing that game and using the SKYPAD compared to a lot of the other, at the time I was comparing a lot of control mouse pads to this. And I was playing really good on the SKYPAD. So with this, in comparison to maybe a lot more slower control mouse pads, and in comparison to my current favorite mouse pad, which is the Odin Zero Gravity, which is like a speed but control mouse pad, this is faster but very similar in control to a lot of those pads once you get used to it. It'll probably take you a solid 20 hours to get used to a mouse pad like this, but once you do, probably going to be one of the last mouse pads you'll buy if you love to game with hard surfaces. Like, the texture on this is just really nice, really premium. It's like got this nice frosted texture. You can get it from SKYPAD Direct, which I will have a link in the description below, or you can also get it from Lethal Gaming Gear as well. They've been sold out for a while, and international shipping has been crazy recently. So of course you do have to be patient if you really want to try it, but I highly recommend that you give it a go because it is really cool. It is a large investment, but it's also a pretty unique surface and is extremely durable as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the SKYPAD. Are you interested in trying a glass mouse pad? And are you an Artisan Shidenkai or Glorious IcePad user? And how is it holding up, and how long have you had it? That's something I'm really curious about, because I feel like you guys are probably the ones that should really be interested in trying out the SKYPAD for yourself. I have a small Artisan Shidenkai myself that I use all the time at work. It's like this big, and it definitely has like worn down a little bit. Obviously I'm not gaming with it, so it's not worn down like a crazy amount, but I've had it for about the past year, and I definitely do see signs of wear on that one. Then I do have the Glorious IcePad as well, which is all right. But that one, it's just really fast, and there's not that much control, especially in comparison to the SkyPad. Let me know, how's your guys' experience with the Shiden Kai and the Glorious Ice? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and enable those post notifications on your way out, and I will see you guys in the next video.